dun 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 dun. I always come back. I'm just playing with you. This isn't my full Halloween costume. It's still I still have a couple of stuff coming in, but this is what I got so far, and I think I look pretty good. The camera quality wasn't so bad. There we go. We are good. See, look at that. I always come back. All right. Well, should we keep the hood on or off? I'm gonna keep it on. What is up, guys? This is Crazy Cannonball 1 here, and today is a special video. Now, I wanted to release this yesterday, but I had a bit of scheduling stuff. I have stuff to do, so release it right now. Hopefully. But anyways, so this is the Five Nights at Freddy's special. After beating the game and... Oh, wait. I beat the first game. I beat it. It is over. Now, I will be getting to the sequel, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I will be playing that. But I want to talk about something else, because as you know, yesterday, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie finally released, and I got to see the movie. Today, I'm going to be giving y'all my honest thoughts on the movie. So, let's start by just saying a couple of things. Now, hold on a second. Let me just a couple things addressed here. Yeah. Okay. So, Five Nights at Freddy's. So, what did I think? Did I think it was a good movie? Okay, here we go. So, my opinion, okay, after watching the movie, I thought it was pretty good, honestly. I know that it's been very mixed, but I really thought it was pretty good. So, let me just explain why. So, let me start off with probably two of the most important aspects I view in a movie, and that is the story and the characters, or more specifically, the writing and the acting, so to speak. So, let me get into the story. So, well, I guess for the story and the characters, writing and acting can intertwine with both, but yeah, okay. So let me start off with the story. I thought the story was really good. It's exactly, it's in a way what I wanted. Just the original story from the first game, retold with a bit of knowledge, knowing now the future games, and a couple of changes here and there to the lore, but it fit for this version, because of course this isn't canon to the games, it's its own adaptation, but it tries to stay true to the games while having its own little things. Now, I will be getting into spoiler territory. Forgot to mention that I will be getting to that in a bit, but right now it's going to be spoilers for you. I will be getting, but overall, look, if you played the first game, this is basically going to be like the first game. Well, okay, I'd say that you need to know the lore. I will say that the lore is a bit big, but at the same time, for anyone new to the series, it really does feel like you can immediately jump in. I know that's a bit contradictory, but like, it's for the fans, but it also feels like a movie that anyone can jump into and can understand. My friend Hayes, he watched the movie with me, and he barely knows a thing about the series, and he said he understood pretty well. So yeah, I think for new fans, I think this series can help. I think the series can open up, maybe. I'm not sure. I know it wasn't their intention, because you've seen the interviews, you know that they mainly catered towards the fans. They're not really trying to open the audience, but I still feel like it could be. I mean, I still feel like it works for what it's trying to do. So yeah, I think the story does work now. Alright, back to it. Characters. I thought the characters were really solid. The acting was really good. I thought the writing was solid. It was all really good. There was no real problems there. So, I mean, maybe like a minor thing, but even then they were kind of changed. Even though when I thought it was bad, it immediately got back to good after that. So, I mean, it really... And I'll get back more into that, but visuals, great. The visuals are phenomenal. The animatronics look amazing, and the set designs look great. I love how they look, and I thought, watching the movie, it felt really good. It felt great. Um, these are like some minor. I already talked about story and the characters. Yeah, the kind of visual stuff. Soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack was really good. Honestly, I loved the intro music. I thought it was really good, and I thought it was great. I love the credits music. I will not. Wait, okay. I love the credits music. I thought it was great. A great inclusion to have. And I would love all the. I love the credits music. Yeah, I love all the music. I thought it was great. Let's see. What else am I missing? Missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything, but the pacing. I think the pacing was solid. Honestly, it's what you would expect because you see this it really is Five Nights at Freddy's. Like it actually is. Like it actually like I guess this is like half a score, but I mean come on, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean I feel like again yes there are actually just five nights. Like the security guard does go through five nights at the pizzeria. It's exactly what you expect. It works so well. I think the pacing was solid in that regard. But yeah, overall, and the Easter eggs and cameos, it were great. I loved them. Now I won't be getting to them because spoiler, or I'll get into it in a second. But yeah, so for my non-spoiler review, overall, I thought it was a solid movie. I thought it was a great movie. And I'll just say it now, just so that we don't get into spoilers. But I personally give the Five Nights at Freddy's movie an 8 out of 10. I think it's a really solid start. While I do think there are a bit of flaws here and there, which are mainly spoiler related, but overall I thought it's a really good movie, and I thought it was really fun. And I'm excited for the future. But that's my non-spoiler review. So for everyone still watching, this is all spoilers. If you want to leave the video now, you can. I'm giving you a count of three. All right. 1, 2, 3. Gone? All right. Let's get into spoilers. Okay. So yes, it does retell the story of the first game with the lore added in there. It tells the story of Mike Schmidt as he goes through five nights at Freddy's, and then at the end, William Afton comes back to the pizzeria. The souls of the dead kids haunt him, and then he gets into the Springlock suit and basically dies from the Springlocks. Well, slightly dying. It's not really sure. Not sure what to believe. It seems like he's gonna die, but yeah. But again, so start with some changes from the lore. So Michael is not William's son. He is actually just Mike Schmidt, and the Schmidt family is their own entire thing. And also, he didn't kill his brother. His brother was actually abducted and killed by William. So that's another thing. And he has a sister, Abby. It's not Elizabeth, it's Abby. And then, besides that, Mike Schmidt seems the same. Like, he still feels like Michael Apton, just not, with the Apton in there. He still feels like what I would expect of the character. A man who basically just tries to do the right thing, but always feels like he messed up. But I guess they did kind of miss one thing, how he, as a kid, he was just kind of bad and not really a good person. That's what caused, the Bite of 8-3 Fredbear, and then his brother dying, and he regret that. They didn't really include that. It just seemed like he was always a good guy, I guess. But I think it's okay. It's solid. I mean, the writing's still solid. I think he does a phenomenal job in the role. So I think Michael was done good. William, okay. I love how they did William Afton, honestly. He was solid for what he was. But my main problem was he was not in the movie for that long. Like, William, I expected, a couple more scenes. But honestly, he did not have that much screen time. Sorry. But, he was barely in it. He was at the beginning of the movie and then towards the end. And I wish he was in it more, but I mean I kinda get it. And honestly, his scene still worked. Okay, let's talk about Springlock's scene. Okay, I've heard some complaints. Yes, I know it's not gory enough, it's not bloody enough, but look, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, it's always the main thing that Scott's done with the series is he takes graphic moments. He takes very scary moments or like deaths, and basically just like simplifies them. Like half of the deaths, like even the Springlock scene, is just simplifying a mini game. And, and the reason he does that, of course, because you're not going to see that in real life. And he doesn't want to do that because he knows it's not going to look good. He tries to simplify death in a way. But I mean, with this scene, we still got to see him get sprayed. At the end of the day, we still got to see him in pain. And I get, like, he was, like, screaming or anything. But if you've seen people talk about spraying, you know for a fact that many people imply that his lungs and like vocal cords are getting like destroyed and spread, so he can't even say any words. And that's why he used his last breath just to say, "I always come back." I love that they used that line though. I absolutely love they used that line. Honestly, I think they did a great job with the scene. I get I get it. To many it doesn't work, but yeah. And I also get that it's still not canon because also the kids. William did not destroy the animatronics like in the games. They actually just take William away, and they don't themselves. But that was more accurate to the books, and honestly, I'm fine with that. I think taking inspiration from the books works. I think it was nice. I think they did a perfect blend between the games and the books. I think it works really well. Now, of course, from here, the first book was very basically off the first game. After that, with the books, they just went their own direction. So I really don't think the movie should try and take that direction. I think they should go. I think they should stick to more of the game lore in that. Because I'll get back to that in a bit. But back to my review. Sorry. Topic. But let's talk about one of the other infamous scenes that people are saying is the worst scene in the movie, the fort scene. So of course, the whole infamous "We are FNAF" and together we are FNAF, and we're gonna spring this trap. No, it's not. It's not real. It's not real. Like, look, okay, the fourth scene is real. I'll give you that. But I think they put it in a nice way. Like, see, at the end of the day, they're still kids, and also they're not trying to be friendly. They're not actually friendly. They're using this as a way to basically trick Michael into thinking that everything's okay and everything's fine. But then later in the movie, they use that basically just to get to Abby because they want to turn Abby into an animatronic. And I think it works very well, and it's great. Like, everyone thought that the animatronics and Michael were going to team up, stop William and whatnot, and say, no, it was not. It was not like that. It worked perfectly. It was great. I loved it. I get the fourth scene's kind of cringy, but at the end of the day, they're kids. They're toddlers, and they're not actually friendly. They're just pretending to be. You know, just like out in this location, how to pretend, just so that way they can get to Abby. So I think it works very well. It works well in that regard. But back to the characters, Vanessa. I know that's weird for Vanessa to be so early in the series, but honestly, I think they did it well. It's another change how Vanessa is William's daughter, but it's an interesting one. I think it works. I think it's a interesting take on her character, and if they do plan to go the way she was handled in Scary Bridge, I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to see her go from, like, the kind of, like, side protagonist to, like, an antagonist. I find that'd be interesting, but at the same time, who knows? We don't know what they're going to do with her in the story. I just hope they actually... But overall, I think, honestly, they did Vanessa way better than Scary Bridge. But now, I will say this, I have not played Scary Bridge, I will say that, but just from what I've seen, yeah, I didn't... Vanessa seemed to be, like, underutilized and just... But here, she really did feel interesting. I really liked it. But yeah, I think besides that, the animatronics were great. I think the characters were done well. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, even the cupcake, and going Freddy. Yes, that. They even made the cupcake scary. Someone actually, the cupcake has more deaths in this movie than almost any of the animatronics. It's crazy, but I mean it works. But the cupcake, in my opinion, I think my favorite animatronic in the movie is Foxy. Honestly, I think Foxy did really, really good. I loved the scenes with the night guard stuff where it would just go dum 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 dum. It was so good. It was so good. I love that. I love that they actually took that. In the jump scare sounds, too, they actually took the jump scare sounds from the games, actually put it in here. Speaking of, let's talk about the fan service. I loved the 8-bit opening. The opening, how he basically just shows William sending the kids to a safe room, but in 8-bit form. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Especially with the intro song. It's great. I love it. I love the cameos, bro. Matt Pat, Corey X Kenshin. That was so good. I loved it. I'm sad that Markiplier came in, because if you don't know, Markiplier was supposed to be in the movie, and it was confirmed that he was actually supposed to be the night guard that died to Foxy at the beginning of the movie. But they, sorry, Markiplier couldn't make it, so they had to get another guy. But I'm glad they at least had him in touch. So I do feel like if they ever make a sequel, Markiplier could be a good bet. I think he'd be great. I mean, they already do plan to make a trilogy, so I think Mark is guaranteed to be in at least one of these movies. Unless he decides to make an Iron Lung trilogy, and then we have to deal with all that. But who knows? We'll see. But, and also, we had like a bunch of cameras as well. We had Dawko and 8-Bit Ryan on the Employees poster. Employees of the Month. I think that was pretty cool. I loved the Easter eggs. I love the Easter eggs. I think my favorite ones. I love the Chica's Magic Rainbow Easter egg. I thought that was pretty good. I loved the guy that died to Chica in the kitchen. I loved how he had the Midnight Motors as a shirt. Like, that was cool. I loved that. And I loved all the drawings they had, too. And the office looked pretty good. They got rid of, like, the door thing. They don't have, like, the door mechanics, which I guess makes sense. They were trying to make it, I guess, a bit more realistic. So, I mean, it works. But, yeah, I do find it kind of weird how one of the main things about the game was the power and how they kind of just kind of take that away. But, I mean, it still works. It's still a great time. I still love it. And I guess, really, at the end of the day, I feel like if they were to do that, they would have had to put Michael in the office more often. I feel like that would take away from the story. So, I'm glad I didn't do it, honestly. But, I'm sorry. But overall, I think it was a solid time for when it was. Like, I do think some characters just did not seem to be that interesting. I mean, let's see, Mike's aunt, she didn't seem interesting at all. She just felt like a basic character who's just greedy or whatnot and just dies. I mean, I didn't really find that interesting. I guess it wasn't really supposed to, but at the same time, yeah, I thought they could have done something. Show more of the Schmidt family, since they weren't going to show the Afton family in this movie, besides William and Vanessa. Well, okay, well, in that regard, okay, I guess maybe it's better to use the Afton. I'm not sure, but, yeah, and, oh, yeah, I loved, okay, my favorite, I'm sorry, I think about my favorite Easter egg is Sparky the dog. I cannot believe it. You use a hoax in the first game. I can't believe they actually put him in the movie, backstage, and the restaurant that Matt Pat worked at, the cameo, it was called Sparky's. They literally referenced Sparky twice. I love it. I thought that's really cool that the hoax actually made in the movie. And of course, the cream of the crop, the living tombstone, the first song was in the credits. I literally asked for it. I dreamed of it. So many of us did. And oh my gosh, they made it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Now, all I need to just sit on a hill and die, die peacefully, is for the second movie to have It's Been So Long as the credits music. Please, please, Blumhouse, please. I'm begging you, bro. I love it. But, yeah, but honestly, I really did think this was a very solid movie. It does have its problems, in my opinion, and also I will admit the horror, it's solid, but it's not that great. I feel like they could have used a bit more, maybe, but overall, it was solid. I think many of the criticisms are kind of stupid, especially IGN, too much plot. It's FNAF. Five Nights at Freddy's is one of the most convoluted stories of all time. Of course there's going to be plot in this movie. And also movie. It's a movie. Why would you not have plot in a movie? What are you like, at that point, they're literally just asking for the games in live action, which would not work and would be pretty boring. So I really don't know, man. But overall, I think this movie did a solid job for what it was. And I think the wait was worth it. I think the wait was honestly worth it. Now, as for the sequel, I want to talk about that. So, a lot of people have been talking about what they could do from here because it felt like this was obvious. It felt like the movie being based off the first game and a couple inspirations from the book was obvious. They both tell the same story and it works. But as from here, people have been kind of like, I think, mixed, or maybe not mixed, but people just been wondering. So, there's one side who says they should follow the games and have FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 with trilogy, or then some other people say, do what the books did. Do what the books did. Like, tell a original story. Like, go more deeper, go unique. But, so here's my take. I think the books did great with unique stories, like the Twisted Ones, the Fourth Closet. But, I'm sorry if I haven't been looking at the camera. I'm just looking at the poster I have on my camera inside. Okay, but I think personally, since it's a movie, it's an adaptation of the games. They should just follow the games. Just do FNAF 2 and do FNAF 3. If that's all they can do. Because from what I can tell, a trilogy is the only thing we're going to be getting. We could get more movies. We could even get a show, maybe. I'm not sure. But right now, it just seems like we're only getting 3 movies. We already got 1, 2 more left to go. What I want FNAF 2. I personally want them to tell FNAF 2. Of course, it's a prequel to the first movie. And I would love for like the toys, the wizards, and I would love for the credits music to be "It's Been So Long." It's Been So Long is one of the greatest FNAF songs. If they have that in the credits, that'd be amazing. That'd be yeah. But overall, I really thought this movie was solid. I thought it was a really solid movie, and I already gave it an 8 out of 10. Now, of course, my opinion is not the ideal opinion. It's not the best opinion out there. It's not going to be your opinion. So please, look. If you like Five Nights at Freddy's, if you like the games, if you like the books, and want to see this movie, give it a shot. I think this movie was really good. That was a solid time. Personally, I can't wait for the sequel. But that's all for this time. Next time, I will be playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I hope y'all are excited for that. But this was a special. I love the movie. I'm definitely going to be getting on digital, 100%. Buying that right back. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, guys. And hopefully maybe y'all see the movie too, because it was really good. But it is up to y'all to decide. That being said, see y'all next time.